And to summarize our coverage of U.S.-Georgia current reality, we should also mention that Mike Pompeo is set to visit Georgia on November 17th. What we know is that Mike Pompeo will meet with Prime Minister Giorgi Gakharia, President Salome Zurabishvili, Foreign Minister David Zalkaliani, and His Holiness and Beatitude Ilya II.
According to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Georgia, Mike Pompeo's visit will once again show that the U.S. reaffirms its strong support for Georgia's sovereignty and territorial integrity, its democratic development and European Euro-Atlantic aspirations, and that it will also prove that the United States and Georgia's strategic ties and partnerships are strong, and the countries are ready to make them even stronger.
Yes, Georgi, the ministry said that at the planned high-level meetings, the parties will discuss the country's top priorities with the United States Georgia Charter on strategic partnership and prospects of further developing their relations in various fields, and also focus on the issue of cooperation between the countries in the region of the South Caucasus.
Currently, this is a very troubled region due to Nagorno-Karabakh war and the ceasefire, which is still to be seen what impact it will have on Georgia. And there are many different views on this impact.
Yes, we will be presenting just one such opinion right now. TBC Capital, our loyal partner in the checkpoints, will be represented by its chief economist, Otar Nadaraia, and we will focus exactly on the potential impacts you have just mentioned.
Nagorno-Karabakh and the events that unfolded just a couple of days ago, when we see that there is a ceasefire and some even claim that the war has ended at this point at least. So what impact this might have on Georgia's economy?
Hopefully we don't have any more casualties, at least in the near term. Of course, this is a tragedy from both sides. Now, on the economic impact on Georgia, of course, Azerbaijan and Armenia are both very important, Georgia's very important economic partners. Recently, the dependence, I would call, went down because of tourism, because tourism is already, unfortunately, close to zero. But of course, we have a number of other exposures, and also in baseline scenario, especially take into account good news on vaccine. We hope on tourism recovery starting gradually from the second half of 2021. So the ceasefire is important, and certainly will impact Georgia positively from this perspective. It's very important also to consider the so-called transit role of Georgia. So there are talks that in the medium to long term, there might be some issues there. But still, I would also think about upside.
Just to be clear, so that our viewers also follow our conversation.
Yes.
So you mean the fact that Azerbaijan now has the direct border?
Yes.
with Turkey. So that's the main part.
Yes.
When we are,
Yes, definitely. Also, thanks for the clarification. Also, if there is normalization in relations between Azerbaijan, Armenia, and Turkey, of course, again, chances are low. Unfortunately, I should say, unfortunately, definitely for this. So the transit route might be even different, directly crossing Armenia. But at the moment, certainly, I agree with you. That's the most important thing to consider. But again, overall, the normalization in the regions, I mean, the relations between countries in South Caucasus, I strongly believe will benefit all countries, including Georgia. So this is very strong upside. Yes.
Yeah, probably you have seen that map. I don't know whether that's real or not, but it's definitely arousing some doubts and seeing the risks, because you can see how Georgia gets surrounded by Russian peacekeepers because of the Russian peacekeepers on the territory where there were no peacekeepers before. So what does this bring to the tensions that we have with Russia, and how that relates then to the investment potential in this country, to the political risks, so to say, that are also weighed in while deciding whether or not to invest in Georgia. And
Yes,
we see
yes.
that FDI will be very important thing in order to shrink the deficit that will be widening very significantly, so to say. So, what is your take on that?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. This is a very important question. Yes, there are many views that Russia has strengthened its role in the South Caucasus, and the presence now is higher. Another question I would say is about Turkey, because again, as you know, Russia announced that the peacekeepers would be only from Russia, but Turkey announced that also they would participate in this process. So I would say at the moment it's not entirely clear, what would be the balance there in terms of Turkey and Russia. I would not say that this would impact really what you can call really materially negatively the investment climate in Georgia. Probably because again the tense relations with Russia, I would say to a large extent are already priced in, and now those new developments. I would not say that those alone would be significant driver to change the appetite
yes
towards Georgia.
Yes, and my last question in this Georgia's transit role, one thing that pops up to mind is definitely the deep sea port and Anaklia and the other roads that we could be using for kind of like strengthening our role as a transit country. Do you think now there is time to think in that direction as well? And does Anaklia Port, deep sea port, gain more relevance than we thought before?
Yes, I would definitely agree with that. If you ask me, to name a few really strategic initiatives for Georgia, I would say certainly this deep sea project is one of them. Also, I would add this is also, in my view, this is also very important from the urbanization point of view, because again, the project is not only about the deep sea port, but also
it's about the city as well, a smart city.
Yes. So this is very important, and this is I would say really something what people call the 21st century idea. So we need those kind of ideas, to move forward.
Definitely. And you know that next week Mike Pompeo will be visiting Georgia. Do you think that would also kind of mitigate those risks that we were mentioning, especially in this political context that you said are already weighed in, but still need to be
Yes, I agree.
From time to time?
Yes, I agree. Definitely, yes. I mean, definitely. This is the indication. What I would say is that we are on the map, and basically Georgia is important. Well, of course. So one question is that you have again very likely the change in leadership in US. So probably for decisions, maybe we have to wait a bit, but still this is very important, and this is again clear message that U.S. is Georgia's strategic partner.
Thank you so much, Mr.
you
Nadaraia,
very
for a
much.
very interesting talk. Thank you.
Hey guys, stay tuned, subscribe, and follow us on BMG.